everybody.
It says we're live.
It
We're
does
live.
say we're live. I think we're live.
Okay, we did it, Karrie
Hey,
Ann. We did it,
hey,
sis.
hey,
Hi, how are you?
good. How are you?
I am wonderful, thank you. Well, I'm having a fibromyalgia day, but I always say I'm wonderful because no one wants to hear
No one wants to
everything
hear you're having a fibromyalgia day.
hurts. My head hurts. Me duele la espalda. So everything's fine.
Good.
Yes. So before we go ahead, just want to do a little kind of housekeeping. Everyone, please be really nice. If
Yeah, be
you if
really
you
nice.
can, be nice in the chat. I mean, we really have nice followers, so everyone's been very nice so far. um, and oh, there was something else I was going to see. Fibrofog. I already forgot.
You'll remember though.
I will halfway through this whole thing. I will
Halfway through
remember.
the stream, you'll
Oh,
remember, and we can say it then.
yeah, maybe a bit of a trigger warning just in case, because sometimes we might talk about a sensitive subject, and if you feel it's not something you are comfortable with, you always take yourself out and go and rest and get your mind right. So always take care of yourself first. But yes, trigger warning just in case anything is brought up. But hey, Karrie Ann and I are going to speak today about experiences with SGB shots. We are not doctors. We are not giving any kind of medical advice. We are just sharing our experience. So if you can relate, maybe this is something you might want to look into, because it seems to be quite effective. One of the the first things that's been effective for me, and I've been depressed my whole life. So, Karrie Ann, I hear you just had some shots.
I just had, day before yesterday, I had in my right side the SGB shot. And they also did at the same time, because they found so much inflammation in my neck, they did an additional procedure to release some of the tension. So that was really nice. They did another procedure to be supportive to what the DSR was doing.
That's wonderful. That's really very caring. I like to
It
hear
was
that.
very, very caring. Yes, it was.
That is, yes, because they want to make sure the medicine gets in there and it works properly, I'm guessing,
They
and does
wanted to
its
make
thing.
sure and there was a problem with that, right? They gave me the medication and I wasn't getting much of a Horner's response. So y'all know
The droopy eye,
the droopy eye and
the
all of
stuffed up
that.
sinus. Yeah,
The stuffed up sinus, the weird throat, all
yeah.
of that. That wasn't showing up. It was there a little bit, but not very much at all. And so he asked if I was a redhead. And I went, well, yeah, because redheads tend to have a resistance to anesthesia.
Really?
Yes.
I did
Yes.
not know this.
So I have an anesthesia resistance. I usually need
Oh,
about 30% more anesthesia than most folks. I have to tell the anesthesiologist and remind them I'm a redhead almost all the time.
I did not know this. That's very interesting.
It is. So he gave me about 30% more medication and we got a moderate Horner's response.
Okay.
We got a moderate Horner's response, so that was good. It hurt, Cheryl. I really expected it to really hurt. Did it hurt for you?
It was it was uncomfortable. It was like 5 seconds of I don't like this at all, this is bad. But it was in and out. He's in 5 seconds or 3 seconds, that's it, and then out. So that was it, really. It wasn't.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a bit of a needle, and it's in a nerve, in a ganglion in a nerve. It's kind of in a sensitive
my
spot.
experience was really, really different. it didn't hurt at all. It hurt less than an epidural. There was no
Oh, it
pain.
hurt way less than an epidural. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, way less
Oh.
than an epidural. There
But
was a
yeah,
pinprick. There was some pressure, you know.
right. But it's not bad,
Yeah.
is it? Really, it's
No,
not
it's
bad.
not. No, nothing like even getting an epidural, right?
No,
Not
oh
even
no,
talking
epidurals
about
are, yeah, those are a
epidurals
nightmare.
hurt.
Yes, they hurt a lot. They're very, very, very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
wonderful.
So it was much less pain than I expected. Yes, I did see, I think Dr. Wood. Somebody asked, I saw it scroll by
Yes,
in the comments, Cheryl.
I know, right? Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta do
Somebody,
this.
and I think it is. Oh, is my sound going in and out? How
I
is this?
hear
Is
you
I'm closer to the
fine.
mic?
Oh, look how. Oh, I just figured this
Did I
out, you
go to
guys. Look at me.
look at that? I think
Did you go to
yes,
Dr.
Dr. Wood. I went to Dr. Wood in Portland. Yeah. Hi, Granny G.
Hi, Granny G, my friend. Jersey Jen. Now, Jersey
Hi,
Jen also had a
Jersey
question
Jan.
down here. Jersey Jen is asking, what's a Horner's response?
So you wanna do that one?
Okay. So basically, they're putting a little bit of anesthesia. It's like a lidocaine. It's bupivacaine or something it's called. It's just
Ropivacaine, something like
a
that.
very simple, nothing special, nothing magic, just a regular anesthesia that's used every day.
Mm-hmm.
And they inject it into a nerve ganglion. So basically, a Horner's response is within seconds of them putting the anesthesia in there, it kind of slows down that nerve path. And one of your eyes gets droopy. Your sinus gets a bit stuffed because it kind of collapses a bit. You know, everything kind of gets a bit droopy on the right side. And you just feel it here on the throat, like,
Your
you know, a
face
little
gets a little warm on that side.
Yeah, you just feel a little like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's gone after between 4 to 6 hours. It was completely gone for me.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't a big deal. There's no there's no food or drink allowed for
right,
me for 4 to 6 hours. Did
same.
you have that too?
Yeah,
Because it
same.
can tend
You
to
can choke. I don't
you
want you
can
to choke.
Exactly.
They told me fluids are okay. Just be careful.
Okay.
So I was fine with. I came home and had a cup of tea right off the bat, and I'm still here. So I made it
Okay.
through.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't want me to even have fluids. They were like they didn't want me to have my dry mouth lozenges.
Well, maybe
Just
also
like,
because you had extra
y'all.
inflammation in the neck, around the neck area,
Maybe.
probably. Yeah,
Maybe.
that
Yeah.
could have been it. But
And
yeah, so that's basically it.
it's still a little sore, my right side. You know,
Is it?
but it's not
It's not bad compared to what what I thought it would be, really.
compared to what I thought it would be exactly.
Yeah, so
Dr.
the
Wood
Horner
is
syndrome,
fantastic.
they can tell it's working once you got your droopy eye and you're all kind of, hey, hello. Then they're like, oh, yeah, it kicked in. You're good. It's working.
Exactly.
So that's the Horner syndrome or Horner's response. Hello, Cinderella. Hello, love.
Hello, Cinderella. Cinderella.
Oh. We went to Dr. Wood last week for hubby. Dr. Wood is fantastic. Wonderful.
Excellent, Pamela.
I love this. I love
I'm
this.
so happy. Has he had an excellent result?
Yes, I would like to, Pamela, let us know.
Yeah, let us know if he's had one shot or two and what his response has been.
So did you get just one shot at C7 or did they give you the other one up at C3?
I got 3.
Oh,
They did C3 and C7. And then I wasn't getting the Horner's response, and we discovered I was a redhead. So they went into 5. and injected more into 5.
Okay, yeah. See, they go up the nerve path where that ganglion, the stellate ganglion is. They just follow the nerve path and get it ahead of there or behind it, so that it
Uh-huh.
takes, so that it
Yeah.
like the whole it works. It's wonderful. Lori plays. Hey, sis. My
Hey,
sis Lori's
Lori,
in the
how are
house,
you?
in his house. Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so well, you got 3 shots. Yeah, that's a bit
I
much.
got 3 shots.
Now,
But it didn't hurt. I don't know, it didn't hurt. It was
oh, I'm glad to hear that. See, me, everything hurts. So I just,
Well, I
you
was
touch me and
so
it
worried.
hurts.
Well, and I was terrified when he was like, "Your fascia is inflamed and is 3 times as thick as it should be." So I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
goodness, it's gonna really, really hurt," right?
yeah, because you have
So
to get through that fascia. And the fascia, well,
Mhm.
it's not as innervated as muscle. It's a slow twitch. It's a fast twitch,
Yes.
I mean, tissue. So, yeah, but still, it's not, it's
Yeah.
tougher. So you still have to get through it and it's not fun.
Right, right. Which
To
probably
admit
is
it.
why there's still some soreness, but, you know. And so after we just had to hang out for, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour?
Okay, so they kept you in recovery for like 20 minutes, right? Yeah, about 30 minutes they keep you in recovery. You just lie there and they just walk past, they're just doing their thing. You're like,
Yep.
okay, am I okay? Am I fine? What's okay? I'll just lie here. Did they put you in a twilight? Did they give you a touch of propofol or anything? Oh, really? See, with
No,
me,
they
they gave
didn't
me a
even
little bit of a.
offer.
Oh, I got a bit of a twilight. I think it was propofol. They gave me a little bit. So I was a bit dingy, just lying there like, oh, I hope I'm okay. So, did you feel anything immediately after?
No.
No. See, you don't. You don't feel anything immediately after. You
Mm-mm.
just don't.
I
You
I
don't
I
really
mean, I
notice.
know I've read the stories of people who feel something immediately
Right.
after, but
Right. Now,
I didn't it wasn't like the ray of light shone down
right?
upon me and my life had changed.
Exactly. You were hit by the spatula and everything became magical. No, right. Right. Well, that's it. And that's why I was lying there waiting, like, okay, should something happen? Now, I had read some accounts of people feeling like this coolness in the chest. What there was a soldier who was getting his
Mhm.
shots and he was lying there in recovery going, I just feel like cool in my chest, just like really cool in my chest. I just feel this coolness here. And he was crying, and that one really got me. That one really got me. Oh, bless. So I was just lying there and I could feel this sensation in my chest, and I'm like, nah, come on.
Nah.
But I just had to, I started taking deep breaths, and I don't know why. I haven't heard anyone else do this, but
Mhm.
like a relaxing sigh, like a cleansing. I just kept doing that. That happened for
Yeah.
like the next couple of days, like 3 or 4 days. Oh, I just kept sighing. I just think my body it had switched something off at that point. And I kind of noticed, okay, I don't feel that chest anxiety, that that
Yeah,
I don't feel that hypervigilant state. And it took me a couple of days to realize that. It wasn't at first that I wasn't feeling as hypervigilant and as up in my chest here.
I feel like the automatic negative thoughts have quieted
Yes.
and they don't have the sharp and jagged edges.
I totally get you.
Thank you.
Yes,
They
no, I get that.
that that hurt when they come up, right?
Yes,
And
yes, it
and
hurts. It's a physical hurt.
uh-huh.
It's a
Uh-huh.
physical feeling.
Thank you. And they they don't hurt anymore all of a
Exactly.
sudden. And
Because I always had,
they can just go by. Like I can let go of it and it goes the fuck away.
Well, that's it. Where before it would come here and get stuck, and it would get stuck here and here. And
Right.
I would just be walking around with there's nothing going on, but I feel like third world war is happening somewhere right in front of me. And those thoughts, now I can just think of them, and like you said,
And
it just
and and
floats
and
off
and it
and it
goes the
doesn't
fuck
bother me.
away, right?
So I
But
can think about it and
even
still be serious and upset and pissed off about it, but it doesn't stick anymore.
and it's
It
not jagged and sharp.
it's not pokey, it's not pointy and sharp. Exactly.
Y-
It's just
y-
constantly
It's
yes, yes.
yeah, uh-huh. It's just it's here. It's not like
Right,
right
right, right. So
and
now that
here.
some of those thoughts aren't there taking up my time and space, where I would just pretty much freeze and have to sit down and distract myself with a game or SPTV or music or something, or crocheting. I have to not sit with my thoughts. I can't sit with my thoughts. That's the worst. It's very dark and lonely in there. I don't like going in there.
Right,
I don't
right.
have that now. So now I can actually get up and go do my laundry and not freak out about stuff and have to stop halfway and feel like, no, I can't do this now. I'll have to do that. Like just weird, the weird
Yeah.
coping mechanisms from anxiety and trauma have quelled. Now, they're still kind of there. I can feel them and see them if I bring them up, but they're not hanging
But
out
it
like they
doesn't
were.
it even bringing it up, it doesn't have the same power.
No, not at all. And I find that the most relieving part of all. It's relieving to not have that constant hypervigilant state just eating at my brain.
Mhm.
It's wonderful. Now I know I still could use a little talky talk therapy. We all
I'm
could.
doing the
A
talkie talk
journey.
therapy. I'm doing the talkie talk therapy.
How long have you been doing the talky talk?
Um, at least, sorry, I'm lassoing the dog. 3 years, 3 or 4 years. I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
can't imagine. I'm I can't imagine that it would be good for me to go without a therapist again.
Right.
Um, I mean, maybe down the line, maybe I get better enough that I don't need a therapist, but I
Yeah, see, I think my journey's going to be never ending. I'm always going to have that because it happened at such an early age. I was pre-verbal, blah, 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 and it happened for such an extent for years
mhm,
uh, that I'm always going to feel this way. But
right.
there are things I can do, or, like I have done the shots, just, and maybe talky talk therapy. My brother's been doing EMDR, and he said it's been helping him so much.
EMDR is good, and all of those, I think, because those jagged edges are rounded out, the talk therapy is easier, and that's what I've heard people say, and now it makes a whole lot of sense. I can
Right?
those jagged edges make uh, jagged edges are gone. Yeah.
Yes, right. They're rounded out. I see. I know exactly what you mean, and I know exactly, and it's a feeling. I can feel that
Uh-huh.
viscerally,
And you
viscerally.
can feel it viscerally, like, here when those jagged
Yes.
edges hit, right? Like,
Oh yes.
yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I don't feel that way anymore. And then some days I'm like, okay, well, am I just not gonna worry? Like if a lion chases me, am I gonna be? I'm like, no, no, dumbass. You'll still be.
No.
You're still anxious. You still have too much anxiety. I really do. I have a lot of anxiety, but because it's taken a chunk away, I feel
Mhm.
so good. Um, so I feel it's affected my executive management.
Really?
Um, I hate putting my clothes away. If they're right there in a pile, I know where everything is.
Yeah.
Putting laundry away used to be like I would fight with myself. It would sit in the hamper for weeks, and I would
Yeah.
never get around to putting it away. I'd just wear it all, use all the towels, and wash it all again, and it never got put
Right,
away.
right.
I've been putting my stuff away. Like I do all the stuff, and then I go and I finish it. I can actually finish a project now, where before I would have to do a project in bits because I would be so anxious and I would have that freeze. I would be slightly triggered by everything all day long, by noises, humming. I could hear humming all the time. Did you ever hear any humming?
No, that would be awful.
Oh, the humming and just
Did the
different
humming
vibrations.
stop?
The cars, like I can hear the 19,
Oh,
I can hear
yeah.
just general
I
noises
can
to me,
hear
the fridge. I'm
especially
so
repetitive
hypervigilant.
noises.
My hearing is so hyper. Then this is why I can't sleep. I haven't slept since I was a child because I hear everything. And now you could sit across from me and be talking to me, and I'm like, huh? What? I can't hear you. But I
Because
can
you're
hear
listening to everything fucking else.
exactly because my brain is hypervigilantly trying to check perimeter all the time, and that wasn't helpful. So now it's kind of reined that in a bit. I can't hear humming all the time. Thank God. The song in my head, I always had a song in my head, and the more nervous or anxious I was, the faster it would go.
The faster it would go.
Lady Gaga on 2 speed.
Oh my goodness.
And now every now and then there's a song. I'm not noticing music in my head all the time. A song gets stuck. Well, that Sev Deliza song, the Alibi song, that's been stuck in my head all week. But that seems like to be stuck in my head in a normal way, and not in a.
It feels different, right?
You're
Like
really anxious. You need to listen to that. Completely different.
It's like a soundtrack. It's like the background music in
Yes.
a department store, right?
Yes, that's it. That's basically it.
Yeah.
But then you can't hear your own thoughts because that's going on. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it calmed that down. So have you noticed anything else that might, because it took me a while, even a couple of weeks, to notice some other things. Like I'd been sleeping a little better. Things like
Have
that.
you been sleeping better?
Yeah, a little better, yeah, actually.
Well, should we check and see if we've got questions here for a minute, and then
Yeah, let's see here. We got a comment. He's responding very well, I'm guessing, and we're noticing differences on a regular basis. His internal vibrations, anxious energy has been turned way down. He can actually relax.
exactly that, y'all.
And that's what it
Exactly
does.
that. Hey, reconnecting. How are you?
That's what it does.
Yes,
Yes,
Anne.
the sharp edges. Oh my God. Yeah. Especially if something was happening that was causing to raise anxiety. Everything just got sharper, and that's why I would
Everything
just
just
freeze.
was prickly burrs of
Yes.
pointiness.
Yes. And I would give up and sit down, and that would be it. And now I have to crochet.
Well, because then they can't get to you.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Cinderella. What were you asking? Only asking because you're a ginger. What were you asking before then? Were you asking something before then?
Let me see. Let me go up a bit. Oh, here we go. Duh.
I don't know what my blood type is.
You
I don't know what
don't?
my blood type is. No.
I must say
You
that's
know,
awfully
I'm
American. No one knows their blood type here.
You're American, girl.
In Europe, we all knew our blood type. By the time we were 10, we all had a little card with our blood type on it in case we got hit by a car on the way home, because we used to walk home by ourselves. It was the 70s.
In case you got hit by a car on your way home.
because we had to cross the street by ourselves. Latchkey kids, those kind, the
I
feral
know,
kind.
I know. I remember walking home from school.
Yeah.
Yes, Anne.
So I think in a couple of weeks we should do another one anyway, another live, and just
Yeah, in a
see if
couple of
is
weeks
there
because
any.
my next shot is scheduled for Thursday.
Oh,
Next
right.
Thursday. So
Oh,
if we did
okay.
something again in 2 weeks, that would be
Yes,
excellent. And I had
perfect.
my ketamine treatment today, so that was really interesting. Oh, Jersey, and I'll tell you about it, but let's answer these questions.
Okay. Question:
Um,
does this treatment last for a long time, or do you have to have them done again? Now, so far for me,
maybe.
see, it depends because it's an electrical system. It's your electrical system, and it might get shorted again if an event
If you're a
happens.
first responder, if you're in a natural
Right.
disaster, if you're a social worker, if you're a therapist.
If someone passes close to you, if you go through an event that's traumatizing, that's a bit like you might
You might need to have it again.
have another one. But so I've read where someone had to go, they've gone back for a second set of shots because the first ones, didn't quite do it. But very, very few. Hi, Ree. Oh, Ree's here. Hi, Ree. Hi, Ree.
Yeah.
I need to do a live with Ree about these too. We should all do a live together about these.
Yeah, we
Hi,
should do a
Johnny.
live, all of us together.
So as far as I know, the treatment lasts, but once again, this is
You're
nature.
living life.
Your electrical system and life can be a bit unkind, and there are some
Mhm.
bumps on the way. If not, we all wouldn't be looking for spirituality and religion and weird cults and stuff to save us. So, but yeah, as far as I know, for me so far, and I had them done in March, April,
Mhm.
they've been steady.
They've
They've
been steady and
remained
you've noticed a huge difference.
huge difference. Well, the main one, I would wake up every morning before I even open my eyes just to realize I'm still here. I would start crying. I didn't want to be here. Sorry, guys. See, here's the trigger pop. It's just been it's been a long life, and I was tired.
Yeah.
So these shots have like given me my life back. They really have. So when Poe had Jamie on that one night, I was so grateful to Poe to give me the opportunity to thank Jamie because that man saved my life. I've wanted to take a trip over the shiny rainbow since I was a little kid. And I don't feel that way anymore. I get up and I'm like, oh, I need to go do stuff. It's been really huge for me. So this is why I want to talk about these shots with more people. I want to get the word out.
I think they're really important. I
I know people are making fun. Oh, well, they're not, they're not the FDA hasn't approved them. Well, check your lip gloss. Neither has the FDA approved your damn lip
there's a
gloss, but we
lot
handle
that
that a
the
year.
FDA hasn't approved, and
Exactly.
my doctor was going through my medications with me, the new doctor who did the shots, he was going through the medications with me, and he said, "So this medication, what's that for? It's for this, right?" And I said, "No, it's for that. It's for this other thing." And he went, "Oh, you're using it off label. Okay."
Off label.
So that's off label use. It's FDA approved for use for this. But the doctors can prescribe the drug for something else and it's not FDA approved. And you know what? Insurance.
Right. Right. Like there are some things in life that are good for more than just one thing, like baking soda. It's good for getting rid of indigestion and cleaning your sink. These shots are good for same.
Right.
So it's
Okay,
nice.
other questions.
All right, let's see if there's any more. Oh, Lori Plays knows her blood type. She's a B plus, everyone. Oh, that's special. I'm an O positive, which is so common. I'm so common. And
Dusty has a comment for you when we get down there.
But B plus is a good one. Oh, Cinderella's O positive. Oh, I like it. Everyone knows what their blood
everyone
type
knows. We're all getting A's
great.
in Cheryl's class. Access to your brain in a new way, very different to before. Yeah, yes. Ree, would you? I can sort of see what you mean. Can you?
It's like it's made way for me to. My brain isn't being taken over by all the noise all the time and the humming.
Yeah, it's like there was this wall. Yeah, there's space to think, or I've got space to do things, or I think things. I mean, it's very strange, but I would agree, Ree. Yeah.
No, really, that's definitely. I've never had my blood type to have 5 surgeries. So they know your blood type. Just ask them next time.
Yeah, they know. They just haven't. We just don't know it.
O positive. Yeah, see, usually if you donate blood, if you're an O positive, is because they keep calling you back.
They're going to tell you. Uh-huh.
And so I knew what my blood type was because they used to call me the Red Cross every month. Are you coming in this month? Okay, make the appointment. So I would go and give blood every month, right? That was my thing. I was broke, so I couldn't give to charities, but I would give blood. And then came the 90s and came mad cow disease. And because I lived in England in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, that's when they decided mad cow disease started. And I'm like, but I was a vegetarian. I didn't even eat meat when I was in England. I only ate fish and chips.
They won't let you donate blood anymore.
Indefinite deferral letter. They won't let me. And I stood there and cried. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're like, nope. I was so upset. So I'm like, what you? I go, well, is there a test so I can know if I have mad cow disease? Because now I want to know. No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is. No, there's a test. There is a test. Moo. They just have to cut your brain up to do it.
Exactly. Like, oh, well, moo. See you later. That really broke my heart. So I can't give blood anymore. And they always pull the van out here, the truck they got to give blood. Oh, you get a free $25 gift card. Yeah, well, I'm not going to get that gift card, am I? I don't get that. Some of these shots are for pain and some are for PTSI. What's what? Well, it's not that they're...
I don't think the shots are for pain. Like this.
No.
This wasn't specifically for pain. Although,
it's not like a cortisone shot in the vertebrae. It's not like one of those epidurals.
It's not like that.
It's not.
It's just, it's putting the anesthesia near the stellate ganglion, which controls your sympathetic nervous system, right?
Exactly. Yes, the sympathetic, which is your fight or flight system.
So it calms that fight or flight reflex down.
Right. It's like it unplugs it. Like when you unplug your computer, you log off and log on again.
Yeah,
that's basically what it's doing.
It's a kick in the head, essentially.
Yeah, but you don't like I was waiting for rays of light. No, I didn't feel any of that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess it happened.
Yeah,
and then my eye went wonky.
Gentle. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything.
Yes,
I'm like,
Lori,
okay, are these guys going to give me cookies and juice like the blood people do? And they didn't.
Their pain Lori says down at the bottom all the way. I'm skipping ahead.
Oh.
So keep that on the journey. I'm just skipping ahead to Lori's comment that there are pain management doctors doing them for pain. It must be a different. I'm curious what kind of pain.
Right. So I've had surgery in my neck. I have a lot of neck pain, and I have fibromyalgia.
And I have fibromyalgia.
Now, it's kind of taken, see, once again, it's that sharp edge off the pain. I had really bad pain on my root nerves, like right on the sides of my spine. So, and all the way up the back of my skull, from my butt up to my neck. And then it just goes into your TMJ and all that, your head and all that, right? So just constant pain. And it was sharp. And every now and then, if a vertebra in my neck and shoulders, my thoracics went out, I would have to go to the chiropractor, because if he didn't put it back, the nerve would just burn and scream. I'd be in so much pain. It's taken the sharp edge off of that. So now I can feel, oh, I've got a vertebra out, and I can feel it's uncomfortable, but it's not the same. So it's done something to my pain also. Now, I still have the pain. I still have fibromyalgia, and especially the past couple of days, this bloody weather, it just started raining again. The weather's not helping, but my uncle passed away, so I'm a bit stressed out, I guess. So I've been in a flare all week. It's been really uncomfortable.
And the SGB does work for some pain, from what I understand.
Right. Yeah. It takes that edge off. It doesn't take away the pain, because your central nervous system is still fucked, basically. But it did take a sharpness off of it. The pain is still there, but it's not as, still annoying, but it's not as, oh, I just want to sit here and cry kind of pain.
Cheryl, did you get the shots on both sides or just one side?
Only one side. So I had one shot at C7 for 3 Thursdays. So I just had 3 shots.
Interesting.
We just set up 3 appointments Thursday morning, very early, like 7 in the morning. And he just went in, did the shot in C7, and that was it. I laid there for 20 minutes, and they sent me home, and I came back the following week. So I got the SGB shot for pain, and my insurance covered it. I only paid a $10 copay. I paid $30. That's all I paid. So if you have Medicare or you have insurance, what you need,
depending on what state you're in,
find out in your area. If you look up pain management offices, most of those doctors are aware of this shot, and they can give this shot very easily. They don't want to, because it probably takes away some of their money by giving people these shots. They're not coming back as often. But
right, because it's a one and done rather than regular ketamine infusions.
Exactly. Having to keep going back and getting another cortisone shot every 6 months and coming and getting another cortisone shot. So I just found a pain management doctor in my area that did the SGB shots. And I went to his office and I said, who qualifies in your office for those shots? And he said, anyone with chronic regional pain syndrome, which I have, the CRPS, the pain in my neck and my arm. And he named off some other pain thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I have that. And he's like, all right, well, do you want to set up the appointments? I'm like, shit, that was easy.
Right. Okay. It was.
Right. And I didn't want to talk to him about mental health. Do not speak to them about mental health. If you're just doing the SGB shots, getting paid by your insurance, don't talk to them about the PTSI. That's not why they're doing it. They're just giving it to you for pain. But it is going to work either way on your head, because that's what it did for me.
So and for me, the process was a little different. The doctor that I went to, he doesn't even bill insurance, because insurance in Oregon, they weren't even going to cover it. We got a super bill that we can submit to insurance, and maybe they'll cover the office visit or something, but they won't cover the procedure, which is really silly, because my Spravato costs 3 or 4 times as much per month.
Really?
As the SGB shot cost.
Dang. See, that's just nuts. Yeah. Healthcare in America, it has
a lot of money.
A lot about money, and it's unfortunate because there's healing out there. It can happen. Like, But yeah, no, let's make sure we have a plan first and we're paying someone. I mean, I get it. I'll pay you to heal me, but can you please heal me and stop having me come back? So these shots have kind of done that for me. Now, so there's like the Stella Center, and in Tampa, there's the Pain and Wellness Center. There's a couple of different centers that do these shots for PTSD or PTSI. We know now it's a brain injury. It's not just a syndrome or a disorder. It's an actual injury. I know it's a brain injury. I definitely know that because I do things that I don't want to sometimes, and I don't mean to. That's just my brain. That's how it's wired now from trauma. But anyway, what was I saying?
Brain fog.
See? Yeah, I love fibromyalgia. It's so much fun. You never know which way it's going to take you next.
Which way?
It's like,
yes,
oh, well,
exactly.
the just fell off of that, didn't it? But yeah, no, these shots have really done a lot for me. So, Ree says here, DSI SGB is 2 lots of shots in C4 and C6. Exactly. So I've heard C3 and C7 and then C4 and C6. So I'm guessing the ganglion is in the area.
And I had C3, C7, and C5. Right? Because I had.
Isn't that interesting?
They went in. They went in for 3 injections for me because of the
extra fascia. You're unhappy
they
fascia.
went in because of my red hair. Because of the.
That's so. I did not know that. That's really see. Redheads are special, very special.
They are. It's really a thing.
Comment. I'm so glad you both have had this done. I want you both here for a longer time. I can't wait till I start the process in late fall. Yes, Anne. Yes, Anne.
Yes,
oh,
Anne.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. See, a lot of people, because I've had people send me little messages like, I'm a lurker, but I just got the shots, and I'm like, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. Yeah, it's wonderful. So people are looking for this. So like the Stella Center and Pain and Wellness Center in Tampa, they don't bill any insurance companies. They just do this outright for mental health, for PTSI, and for pain also. And usually with them, it gets a bit pricey, but you get a talk therapist. You get someone to talk to. Like it's an
therapy sessions after. Yeah,
right.
Wrap around care.
Pain management, bang, gave me a shot, laid down, went home. Here, they give you a little extra. They really are looking after your mental health. They're doing this for you to help you get over this tremendous anxiety and depression. So, yeah, you get a little extra, right?
I think, if I recall in the book, Jamie said it was something like $3,200.
Yeah.
Wow, Scooter Mom.
Yeah,
I would.
It's not cheap.
That's excellent.
This is why we need like a foundation for the sisters.
Yeah, we do. We do. There is a foundation already that's doing work to get grants to people who need.
Really?
Help. Did you know that?
No, I did not. I need some of that.
Yeah,
Scooter Mom. I found my business and they covered by provincial health care.
I will find it and send it to you.
Right. See, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, you're in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And we had to pay out of pocket. So it was like $2,000. It was $2,000. It really.
See, it depends who you got. Right. It depends where you are and who.
But I expected, before I read Jamie's book, I expected it to be tens of thousands of dollars, completely inaccessible.
Right. Yeah, FDA approved doesn't mean a thing. Go look at half the crap we rub all over our bodies most of the time.
Not FDA approved makeup. Not FDA approved.
None of that. But yet you keep putting it on your body or spraying it around you. Yeah. So where every time someone comes up with that makes me laugh and want to scream. Really, it really makes me just want to scream.
Oh,
Karrie, please tell Cheryl this is the
Jesse.
second day she didn't tell me she's going live. Didn't I? See, I'm terrible. Did I get kicked off the crew? Of course not. I need shots now.
Not.
Yeah, you need the shots if you're asking that question, ding dong. And my
And he
brother, I
also
love
needs
that. He
needs
the
to quit with
best.
those cigarettes. We need Cheryl. We need to get him off those damn cigarettes and onto one of these.
I know. I tried giving him lots more cannabis when we went to California so he wouldn't smoke
How
cigarettes.
did that work?
Yeah, it worked. But we were in California and you could do that.
Right. Not so much there.
Yeah, right. Oh, my C spine is fused at C4, C7. Oh, I only got 5 and no 6 and 5 and 6. Wait, where am I fused at? I'm fused. Oh, but you've got 3 levels, right? Yeah, 3 levels. Oh, that's not. Oh, Murdoch is in here. Hello, dear. Yes, the frontal lobe gets hijacked when we experience the trauma, and the medicine of the shots gives us access to our executive function. And again, see, I can do laundry and get my clothes put away. It's
those
amazing.
automatic negative thoughts that anxiety does not come in and start poking and needling and slashing and slicing.
Yeah.
So much that I have to retreat into myself to be safe.
Go hide in my room by myself. Absolutely. Yes. I'm good at that. I'm good at isolating. Isolating extraordinaire.
Of course you're.
And then I go out and I yell at people on the street. You know, you got to balance things out. Oh, you too? Moo. Wait, what? They won't let me give blood either because I like the Mary Jane. That's discriminational.
I've never heard of that.
No, that's rude. If anything, you should be sharing your blood. Sharing is caring, especially a little THC. Your fat cells aren't, you're not giving away fat cells in your blood. They're separating the plasma and stuff. You're not getting Mary Jane in your blood. Oh, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Weird.
Yeah, that's, yeah. There are pain management doctors doing these for pain. Yes, there are. That's what I got them for. I have a referral, but haven't gone, oh, go, do it, sis,
Lori,
do it.
Go do it. Go do it, Lori.
I got mine done by Dr. Caiaphas at Morton Plant Hospital. He's Hulk Hogan's pain management doctor. So if he can take care of that big old lug, he sure can take care of this wacko. And yeah, three shots in my neck, and I'm good. I'm good to go.
Yeah, Lori, you should totally go.
Yes, do it, Lori. You need to do it. I told you I would drive you. I'll take you. Seriously.
It doesn't like, and I don't know if you were here earlier. We were talking about how much DSR SGB.
That's the discernment right there. SGB is pain treatment, which is what I got. DSR SGB, which is what you got, is PTSI treatment. Now, it's going to have the same effect because they're going into the electrical system at the same point, and they're logging us off and on. So, yeah, see, this is what I was wondering. Should I call the pain and wellness management place in Tampa and just go and get another set of shots? But then I'm like, I don't feel like I need to. So I don't know. I'm confused.
If you don't feel like you need to.
I feel fine. Now, my uncle passed away last week and I've been sad and it's, it's taken a toll on me. It's been a bit of a soggy week, but it's not like
before.
No, not at all. Like I'm just sad because he's passed. I'm not sad because of everything. Before I would get sad about one thing, everything else would come on in and hang out and just be like, hello, here we are. Hello, trauma here. Want some? Have some. Here's lots. And then I'd start the whole, and I'd go in my room and just start crocheting like a mad woman. Okay, thank you, Reese. That's the discernment. SGB is for pain treatment. And DSR, dual sympathetic reset. That's what those words are. Dual, which means two.
So in two sides.
And two sides. Sympathetic, it's your sympathetic nervous system, which, you know, with so much allostatic loads of anxiety, you're just, like this. Reset. You're logging off and logging back on. You're unplugging and plugging back in. Now, like I said, I didn't notice it. The lights didn't go out and then come back on. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. There was not a big spotlight from heaven shining down.
But then I started taking big, deep breaths and I started doing my laundry. And that's a lot for me. I'm just saying. Question, does the shot help with tinnitus?
I don't know.
I don't know, because tinnitus is like it's a cranial nerve. It's higher up. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't.
It might have an effect on it.
Talk to the doctor about it.
Yeah.
It would be curious enough that I would want to talk to the doctor about it and see what they thought.
Yeah, paralyzed to paralyzed. That's a good question.
I know how unable, how awful it can be to have tinnitus. So if it had a chance of working, it's so easy. I would think,
even if it took the sharp edge off it, right? If it just takes the sharpness off it, I don't know, because that has to do with nerve dysregulation, I believe, right? Tinnitus.
Right.
Either some kind of damage, some kind of functional damage, or some kind of nerve damage, I'm guessing. Because I knew my boss had that, and he used to get, it was awful. It was really hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah,
people who have
if you can,
I don't know, but I would completely like call the Stella Center and ask them about it. Stress makes pain worse. Oh, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
No. That's what I was. No. That what you were saying. Just call the Stella Center and ask them. Absolutely.
Call the Stella Center and ask them. They are really responsive to answering questions. I do have that to say for them. Yeah.
Now this might be a bit TMI, but I also relate to this. I have physical pain and pelvic floor spasms from my trauma.
Wow.
I get those too. I've gotten those along the course of my life, and they're from trauma, because yeah. And yeah. Okay, I don't think I've had one since March, April. Yeah, so I think I'm okay, but that's awful journey. I'm so sorry, sis. That sucks. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Question. What state do I need to live in for 2 months to get these shots? The state of insanity, basically.
The state of insanity. I don't think you need, I mean, I don't, you'd have to have insurance in a state that would cover them, and like, that's not Oregon, but maybe it's Florida, I guess. I don't know, Journey.
Yeah. See, it depends what state you're in. This is why I'm sorry. I don't want to get political or nothing, but I grew up in England where we had a good medical system, and it's free. So over here, it just depends where you live. Have they, expanded their Medicaid?
Oregon mental health care is terrible.
Yeah,
so
it just
don't
really
get care. Right. Yeah.
And in America also, they don't explain health and biology as people are growing up as much as they do, or they did. And people here, like when I was teaching massage therapy, I asked the room full of grown-ups. There's like 20 grown-ups. I asked them what side of the body is your liver on, and no one knew. And I was really like, you don't know where your liver is?
You're right. I
No
don't
one
know
knew.
where my liver is.
It's on the right side under your rib cage.
I
No
knew
one
it
knew
was
that.
under and down, but I didn't know which side.
Half of it's under your rib cage and the other half is dangling down. I'm like, oh, they don't. People here don't know about that. That's why everyone eats so many carbs. Arkansas Flamingo, fibromyalgia sucks. Yes, it does. I feel you, sister. Like electrical current running through your shoulders. Oh my God, yes. My best friend's husband used to win bets because all my joint issues would alert me to weather changes. Right? I'm such a good barometer.
Well, that's why winters in the Pacific Northwest are so difficult for me.
Oh, I
Right?
can only imagine it's so
It's
damp
just
there.
wet and cloudy. Yeah. It's
Like
wet and
Florida. And
cloudy.
right now, Florida is just wet and cloudy. And it does not feel good. It does not feel good at all. Wet and cloudy is not fun for fibromyalgia. Oy. I don't know what that is.
I know face.
I know face. Dipping in to give love. Oh, okay. I had to finish reading the message. I'm like, wait, what? Hi, no face. Thank you for the love. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for the
Love
love.
back
No
to
face.
you. Do we have any more? Oh, okay. Dusty, what's he up to? Oh, Jersey Jen. I didn't tell Jersey Jen's my mod, and I didn't tell her either. So don't feel left out, Dusty. I didn't tell my mod that I was doing it live. I really need to get better at this, huh? Oh, wait a minute. I'm redheaded.
You are special, Dusty.
Helmet wearing special.
Yes,
you are very
Dusty.
special, Dusty. You, my special brother.
Hey, Dusty, can you drop over into my channel if you're not there already and drop my email address in there for Journey, please?
I know I'm supposed to do that. Sorry.
Actually, you know what? Never mind, Dusty. I can do it myself.
Room rate from
ahead,
Poe.
Room
Darth,
rate from Poe.
I did. So I'm going to send you the little Darth Vader thing I made. I just got to find his hat. I know it's in there somewhere. I'll send him to you. Absolutely. I did. I got your email this afternoon. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey, Poe. Hey, folks from Poe on the Go. Room raid. Yeah, Mona's here. I love that. I love that. Oh, look at all the duel. Oh, here we go. Ray says the duel is one side, 2 shots. Okay. See, well, I've heard. Well, yeah.
I've heard so many different stories on this.
Me too. I've heard.
Yeah. I'm really confused about what the difference is between DSR and SGB. I've not gotten a coherent answer.
Because didn't Jamie say, like at the Stella Center, they do the both sides, that you go in one day and get it on the right side. You get C3 and C7, and then you come back the next day and get C3 and C7, but on the left side. I think that's how Stella Center do it. Like I said, my guy just did it for pain, and it just went straight into C7 once every once a week.
Once a week for 3 weeks. Yeah. And mine was 3 shots in one side, and then it'll be a week and a day, a week and 2 days between.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Doing the right side and the left side.
Ree, how many did you have to go back and get a second set, or did you just go for the one shot, one deal, not one shot, but one day shots? Or did you go back? I lost 16 people.
Oh, Darth Beaver, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm so sorry. I know. See, I've gone this year. It's just for me too. It's been just people, my dad, my uncle, a couple of friends. just, yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So I'm glad I had these shots because look at me, I'm fine. I'm actually up and I'm talking to people and I'm not hiding in the corner holding onto my knees crying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Darth Beaver. No, I must send you a body Thetanus to cheer you up. Okay, the DSRSGB. Yes, I believe Liz got the dual sympathetic reset ones, dual sympathetic reset SGBs. She paid out of pocket to get the. It wasn't just for the pain. And she got the PTSI shots, the mental health ones.
I think that similar to what I've got, what I'm going to be doing is on one side and then the other.
Yeah, yeah. This caused me severe depression. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, see? And that was me. I've been just depressed since I was a little kid. And it's so nice to finally be able to sit there. And I'm not going to say numb because I felt numb before, and that's a traumatic state. But
it's not numb.
It's I don't know how to explain it. It's oh well, that fuck isn't here anymore, huh? I don't know.
It's like quiet.
It's quiet. It's quiet in my head. It's not like I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't sit with my thoughts. I had to distract myself with something.
From my thoughts.
I couldn't sit because if I just sat there alone in quiet, I would drive myself
crazy,
insane. Yeah. And this is after having had therapy and having done the Landmark Forum and done some seminars, read the books, worn the T-shirts, had my ancestors' karma cleansed. I paid someone to do that. I became a Reiki master just because I wanted to heal myself. So yeah, it's great for, I'm an empath. It's great, but still didn't quite heal myself. But these shots, they made me a very nice person, but these shots, yeah.
Yeah, my journey's been a little different. It's been much more medical. I started with the antidepressants and then the Spravato, and I've even done transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. And so, and all of those have helped to some extent, but this feels different.
Right? And I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wonderful. I wonder if my Medicaid will cover it if I get done in New York. Right.
I hate to say this, Mona. I'd be surprised if your Medicaid covered it, but hell, I'm surprised Cheryl's health insurance covered it. So
in Florida, my Medicare. I don't have Medicaid because they didn't expand Medicaid, but I have Humana. It's like a Blue Cross or whatever. And he said if you have this, Medicare will cover it. And I'm like, well, I have that. And that was it. That's right. The billing code he put in, and they covered it for me. I paid $30 for these shots. I've spent so much money on therapy. I've spent money on crystals. I've spent money on people telling me things. I've had things cleared out of me that shouldn't be. I've done everything. I've gone to therapy. I've spoken to 7 different $30 on 3 shots. Who'd have thunk it? Can this help Dusty's foot smell? Oh my God.
Really? Is he one of those? He's one of those.
Yeah. This is an inside joke from the boys. The boys in their furry backs and their Speedos and their smelly feet.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think it'll do anything for a smelly feet.
No.
Not at all.
No, probably not.
Stella told me they do both sides. See?
Okay.
Stella, they do. And when you go one day and get one side, and then the next day you get the other. So I guess
the doctor in Portland said if I'd been traveling in, then he would do one on one day and one on the next. But since I'm local, he likes to space it out more because people can. He says people can tell a difference, and I think Jamie talks about that in his book a little bit when he talks about having one side done and then the other.
I've had right side done twice, left side one. Okay, so Ree had. Yeah.
Interesting. Have you noticed a difference between right side and left side? I'm curious.
I know. See, that's what I'm worried. Like, if I go get another set of shots on the left side, is it going to reset everything and make me go back to crazy? That's what I'm worried about.
No, see, I think the crazy stayed and the depression left. That's what we wanted.
Okay, this is what you were talking about. Yeah. DSR is C3 and C6. There is an explanation regarding why it's DSR in Jamie's book. I believe it's the timeline in chapter 2/3. I know I'm going to have to go back and give that a looky look.
Yeah, I don't have the physical book, so I only have the Kindle version.
Jersey Jen, I'm constantly in my own head. It's the worst. It's dark and lonely in there, sis. Get out. Come out. Come out.
Can't do meditation for that very reason. All the intrusive thoughts. Exactly.
I forced myself to learn to meditate just so I could calm that down. And there was a certain period where I was meditating every day. And so, I was practicing and like rewiring neural pathways. And yeah, once I got to that state, I did get myself to a calm state, but I would bliss out after meditation at the most for 4 hours. And for the 4-hour mark, switch back to loopy.
So you'd have to, would it work if you went and meditate again?
Yeah, then it would calm down. And see, it depended how hyper I was. But it would only last for a certain amount of time. And then my body, so like Jamie talks about the allostatic loads. And, it's just there's damage that the level. It's just gone up and the bar just keeps going up.
It's like the fascia in my neck, right? It just, yes.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes, Lori. We love you. I told you we love you. Ooh, Scooter Mom. My doctor said he'll do both sides at separate times. Right. I guess they don't do them both on the same day. They won't do it
both on the same day. No, they will not do that. I think that has to do with, it has safety. They don't want your whole neck swallowing mechanism to be paralyzed, apparently.
Last night was just chaos. Chaos ensued. It was so funny. It was so funny. We laughed so hard last night. It was great. It's what I needed. I don't know about the rest of you. Yes, Alicia's here. Hello, love.
Hey, Alicia.
Flea Factory
and
says
Apostate Alex is here. Hey,
Alex is here too. Well, look at us. Yeah, we're pulling them in today.
Flea Factory.
Hey, Alex.
We got everybody.
Wow, love it. Most healthcare coverage is absolute garbage, and unfortunately, it kind of is. But
I'm very, very lucky with my insurance, and I know that. I know how very lucky I am, and the problem is when you're that lucky, it can be cut off at a moment's notice. So
that's the saddest part. Yeah, that they can just pull the rug right from under you, and
it can be cut off at a moment's notice, and then your insurance is gone. Yeah.
Ooh, celebrate our oldest turning 16. Oh, and feeding Cranky.
Congratulations! You've got a new driver.
that kitty is so cute. That kitty is so
Is he?
cute. Oh, do I look good tonight?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Feel like absolute crap. I really do. But you just got to keep going. Yes, congratulations on
Yeah, congratulations on Sweet 16.
on the
That's cool.
birthday, on having a 16-year-old, on keeping a child alive for that long. That's an absolute
That
accomplishment.
you've done your job. That is the job requirement. You have met the expectation.
Right. So, Carrie Ann, you said that you are doing Sportiva. What is it called? You're doing a ketamine.
Bravado.
Oh,
Ketamine.
that's it.
Yeah.
A
So
ketamine.
Spravato is the pharmaceutical, so the pharmaceutical companies can make money version of ketamine, right? So they did all this fancy stuff to the ketamine so they could copyright it or do, do what they need to do to make it a patented medicine. And it is a nasal spray. And I have to go into the facility and have it be administered. And then I have to have a driver who brings me home, whether that be my husband or whoever it is. And
Okay,
they
now I'm
administer a specific dose of ketamine, the Spravato, which is essentially ketamine. And the
so
idea is the neuroplasticity idea. They have found significant promise um, in depression patients with this neuroplasticity and the ketamine. What the ketamine has done for me, you know what I used to talk that it just occurred to me. The way I've always talked about it is it provided a quiet, safe space.
oh really?
Yeah, that's what the ketamine has always done for me. It's provided a quiet, safe space. And so the knowledge that that quiet, safe space existed was now there, right?
Right. Which is
But
nice.
it didn't necessarily stay, right? The other reason I was drawn to the Spravato therapy, frankly, is because we couldn't afford ketamine infusions for fibromyalgia. And so I figured the only way I would get close to something like ketamine infusions for fibromyalgia was Spravato, right? So it was a two-pronged approach. But again, just helping the depression helps the pain.
Right. So have you noticed an effect from it that it has been helping you? Have you had a positive effect?
I think I've had a positive effect, but I've had to continue it. I've been doing it biweekly, every other week for several years now. And so, and it's a significant time commitment, right? It's 2
Right.
hours a week, and I have to have
Someone
someone
else.
bring me home. Right.
Right.
Right. It's not just nothing. So, but it was a safe space. It was a quiet space, and that was really important and valuable.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely. Right.
but at the cost of, again, there is a dependency there, right? They talk about, are you dependent to pot? Are you dependent to all these other illicit drugs? And I'm like, but I'm dependent on the drugs you're prescribing me.
Yeah. You guys have given me worse.
I'm dependent on the drugs you're prescribing me, and they
Right.
could stop in an instant.
I'm even dependent on my statins. I have to take
Right.
statins. I'm dependent on those. So yeah.
So my hope is that the shots make it so that I don't have to invest those 2 hours every other week um into that therapy. And also that therapy monthly costs 3 or 4 times as much as the shots did.
Yeah. Wow. See, it doesn't really make sense. It's just a little bit of lidocaine.
Right. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so this is
So
a
that's been the
continuing
Spravato. It's a continuing thing.
treatment.
The TMS, the transcranial magnetic stimulation, that I did last summer, and it had been recommended for quite some time before that, but it has its own commitment. It's
Right.
every day for a month.
Oh, right. I called about
20
this. Right.
minutes.
Yes.
20 minutes every day for a month. Not
That's right.
weekends,
Yeah.
but 5 days a week for a month. And it was 20 minutes. So it was a half an hour drive for a 20-minute procedure.
Yeah, that's a
And
lot.
then a
That's a
half an
lot.
hour home. It was a huge commitment. And do I think I got a result? I don't know. It got me out of the house every day last summer. So
you got some fresh air. That was nice.
there's that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm still too early to really know if there's a result, but the thing I would say is it feels like the automatic negative thoughts are less. They hurt less. I feel
Yeah.
like digging my fingernails into my palms less.
Yes. Yes. And I had a really bad, I would chew on my mouth. I would sit there and eat the inside of my face, basically. I haven't been doing that at all. I haven't touched my face.
Interesting.
Just silly little things, not like huge, but little things. And it took me a while to notice them. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, you know what? I have been sleeping a little better.
Well, that's one of the things the doctor said when we talked to him. He said some people notice right away, and some people notice after a couple of weeks.
Right.
And some people don't notice until you get their scores. You take the scores. Because I had to do my anxiety scores and my depression scores and my PTSI scores all before I went in.
I didn't get to do any of that, so I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, so they've got all my scores from what I've been doing on ketamine too, right? So we've got all those depression scores. So we'll really be able to see from that perspective whether I think things have got better, right? That's the best measurement.
Right. See, dang it. Yeah, I mean, I get a bit freaked out at personality tests of any kind, but I would have loved to have done something like that, to give me some kind of
give you some and even a pain assessment, right? What's your level of pain here? What's your level of pain there? What's your level right? Yeah.
Now I noticed for a couple of weeks I still felt like a little cool here on the side they did it, and I could feel that wearing off. Slowly, and then I started wondering, oh no, does that mean it's wearing off? Am I going to go back to being sad all the time? And no, that hasn't come back. So
what was it like for the lights going on? What was it? I mean, we both say it's not like some huge spotlight came down from heaven and lit us up, but at the same time the lights have come on.
Yes, I can see the laundry room. I can see, like, the chair in my room is not covered in clothes. I mean, I still have doom piles. I have ADHD, so I still have doom piles. But I actually tidy them up now. They don't just sit there forever. It's incredible. And now I crochet when I want to crochet, not because I'm having a moment.
Okay.
So it's nice. Cheryl is trying to be serious.
There's a little more control. I think
Yes.
she's doing a great job being serious. We're doing a good job being serious, Dusty. Shh.
I'm trying. Um, but yeah, it's helped. Now I know when Ree was talking to Nora, she talked about her language, how it made way in her head in the frontal lobe. So her language, she noticed her language get better
Oh,
slightly for me.
wow.
I'm still having the brain fog, like you'll forget a word. My brain will forget a word. I'm trying to speak to someone and the word will just completely, then my brain will say it in Spanish. And it's like, no, I'm speaking English right now, brain. Can I please have it in English? And no, it won't give me the English version. So my brain still does this. Who's calling me? Fibromyalgia thing. It's probably Dusty. um, but yeah, my language unfortunately hasn't gotten better. It did make more room for me to be able to speak again, express myself, because I would just shut down.
What I have found is, when I lose threads of the conversation and I just can't remember them, I have found that it is easier to dig back and pick those threads up. I'm able to find them,
Oh, right, right.
right? Whereas
Yes.
before I'd be like, where to go? I'm able to find the thread and go, "Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's where I was
Right.
going. I did have a point," right?
Yes,
I wasn't
exactly.
just babbling to babble. There was something going from here to there, and I just got lost in the middle, y'all.
Right. This is where I'm kind of worried sometimes about coming on doing a live stream. Like, oh my God, what if I forget what I was talking about again, like I did earlier when I went to. It's just, yeah, it's a
I
problem
think
now.
that's what the live streams are, wouldn't you say, guys? I just come on and
Just,
get distracted mid-sentence for 2 hours.
oh, squirrel. Oh, squirrel. Oh,
Like,
squirrel. Oh, we're at
exactly.
121, sis. Wow.
Wow. You guys have
And
any other questions? I think we've
I
gone through
know.
most of them. And we've
Does
talked about the
anyone,
Spravato, the
yes.
TMS.
Um, so if you have any questions, any other questions you want to ask, me too, Karrie, and my brain contract now. No ability prior. See? Right.
Yeah, there you
Right.
go.
There's this, when the caboose fell off, it used to just go into complete darkness. At least now there's a little
Exactly.
line that you can,
There's a
like you said,
line
pull it
I
back.
can like distinguish that line in the sand, pick it up and drag it back and go, "Oh, right. Okay, I'm not an idiot. Yes, I'm lost in the middle here, but I did have a beginning, middle, and end."
Yes. Right. I know I was talking about something. Yes, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you guys
Yeah.
come up with any other questions after this live, please put them in the comments or email me at feralcherylontheloose@gmail.com or
Hey, Carrie Ann with 3 N's
at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Mhm.
And we'll be very happy to. Would you be? I'm sorry, I just voluntold you for that.
I agree to the voluntold. That's fine. We would be happy. Yeah.
Very happy to answer any other questions
Yeah.
because as someone who's been through childhood trauma and just not greatness, a lot of depression and anxiety, um, this is the one thing. No one's paying me. No one's paying me. This is the one thing that's helped me in my life incredibly. And I just want to share it with other people that aren't feeling good. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. I just want to share it
Yeah.
with other people, especially people in this community. A lot of us that have come into that have found SPTV and this whole
Have
anti-Scientology
traumatic
thing.
backgrounds.
We have
Mhm.
trauma in our backgrounds. This is why
Mhm.
we relate. We're all trauma bonding. We love each other,
We
and
are
we're a
trauma
wonderful community
bonding, right.
because
It's
we
a thing that
understand each other.
happens. Mhm.
And we don't want anyone else to feel as bad as we ever felt that bad time that we felt bad. We want everyone to feel better. And if there's a way for us to do that and share a little love, especially the way things are going, that's all I want to do. So yes, if you have any other questions, let us know. And if you're on the replay crew, please put a squirrel
Put
and
in
a
the
heart or
comments.
something in the
Yeah.
comments and ask us question in the comments. We'll come back and check and answer anything for you. But yeah, for my sisters and my brothers, I really just want to share some peace and love with you all.
It's
Where's
it's
my
not what I
spatula?
thought not what I thought it would be, Cheryl. It's not what
Right?
I
I
thought it
thought it
would
would
be.
be unicorn farts and sunshine, rays of golden sunshine, and it's not, but it's wonderful. It's
But
better
I'm
than that.
okay with it, right? Like it's
Yes. So okay.
and
It's
okay is a
wonderful.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And we will do another update because what we
Yes.
talked about is we'll do something in 2 weeks. So like 2 weeks from today, guys, we will do another live because I will get my next shot in the left side next Thursday, a week from today. So
Yes.
that'll give it time for all of that.
So we will definitely do another update. And check on Carrie Ann here, make sure that she's
Still doing
happy.
well. Yeah.
So, Carrie
Yeah.
Ann, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing your experience because it's personal and it's, it's health wise and all that. But
It's a lot, but I think
we need this.
people need to know there are a lot of different options, and I think
Let's hope.
yeah,
And it
there
might be
is
a bit
hope.
expensive, but we can figure this out for other people. We will. We'll
We
get there
gotta start
eventually.
figuring that out.
Yeah.
We'll get enough people.
So I want to
That's what we
thank
have to
you.
do first.
Absolutely. Yes, we have to help each other out first because
Yeah.
it's taken a lot to get anyone out of Scientology. They're like stuck in there. So if we can help each other out first, give each other some love. Yes, let's do it. Thank
Mhm.
you all so much for joining us. Really, really, really appreciate it. Love you so much, everyone. Thank you for your beautiful comments and questions. And we will be nice to each other, but we will see you
Please.
shortly in the next couple of weeks. Be good.
Hugs and hugs, y'all. Bye-bye. I think that Cheryl kicked her out of the studio without stopping the live. Dusty, can you text her? Are we still live, y'all? I think we're still live. I'm still live. Maybe if I leave